Hello and welcome to another show of Consider This. I'm your host, Dylan Fussman, and I'm here with longtime friend and host of Shoosh Tonight, Ryan Shushani. How are you today, Ryan?
Very well. How are you doing?
I am doing fine. So I'm just going to get straight into this. Is there a point in your childhood when you realized that you were going to do this? You were going to be the host of Shoosh Tonight?
Well, it wasn't really my childhood. I think it was more my sophomore year. I spoke to my cousin, and he was the one that suggested to me, says, you have this loud voice. You can really, you can do a lot with it. You can talk. And I was actually pretty shy to it. At the time, I had a lot of acne. I wasn't really a sociable person. I kept to myself a lot more. I wasn't as, talkative, I guess. And I couldn't channel it to a good use. I used to annoy people so much. My voice is so loud. I'm not the guy you want to sit next to on a plane. I'll put it to you that way. So he suggested that I do it. I spoke to Mr. Carey, and Mr. Carey really gave me that positive support. And then another thing that really helped me out, I met Larry King, and he told me he would help me out. He gave me his support. He came on the show the first time. He was my first guest. And then after that, he helped me out every time I had an interview or something. He'd give me some tips, some pointers. I'd meet with him. He did a lot for me, and so did Mr. Carey. The two of them, I owe a lot to.
There's actually from what I've heard, you've had a famous business card where you have Larry King's quotation
I do.
On the business card.
I actually have it on me, I think.
And I know Larry King. He's a really great guy. And I realized that when you have Larry on, now that you've already had Larry on, that you've been able to get a lot more important people, such as Henry Waxman, our congressman. Wow, that's great. Henry Waxman, our congressman, to come on and speak to you about his views and political platform.
Yeah, we had Congressman Waxman on a month ago. It aired a few weeks ago. That's how we started season 2 of the show, and he spoke to us on a wide range of things. He's one of the most senior congressmen in the House of Representatives, and some of the things we spoke about ranging from, his case with Solyndra all the way to, the campaign against Bloomfield. He's never had really such a challenge in his 38-year tenure. And it was a very interesting case to see someone that's been in office so long. Because once you get that long into Congress, you pretty much establish a seat for yourself. Very difficult to be unseated. And he narrowly won the election after.
So, do you think that your show with Henry Waxman got him more votes in the long run for Beverly Hills?
Well, I can't say that. What I can say that it definitely did. Whenever you do a show or you do something, you're on TV, you pretty much promote yourself.
Right.
That's the point of coming on television or doing stuff. It's to promote yourself and speak your case, basically. And we had him come on the show. He spoke his case, and I really don't know if it helped or hurt him, but I'm sure that it did definitely attract viewers to watch him and listen to him. That's what it did. He got people to listen to him.
Right. So, in your own way, you're a celebrity here at school, but also a celebrity somewhat in the public. How does it feel to be somewhat of a celebrity already? And how old are you? 17, 18?
17.
At 17, celebrity.
I will say one thing, that it's nice that, people like what you do, and you get to do something that you can share with others. That's something I really enjoy, and I like talking to people. So that part of it's fun. It's nice that, people do recognize you. And, I love talking to people and talking to them about everything. So it's been fun. It's been nice, and I've gotten a lot of support from the community, and I really appreciate all the support that everyone's given me.
On your show, you often get dressed up. You look like an Italian mobster on a good day. So, what do you think that does to your guest? Do you think that's intimidating, or is it just your style?
You know what it was as I got into the show, by the 3rd or 4th episode, a lot of my guests, they always were wearing a suit and tie. And I realized I have to be at the same level as them. When you're with someone, you want to be at the same level and dress as them. It's like when you go to a fancy restaurant, you'll always see everyone wearing a similar attire. So I always wanted to be parallel to what, my guest was wearing, not to make him feel uncomfortable, to be, to make them comfortable and make it as professional as possible. So that's what brought about the suit and the tie. And, I kind of like the suit and the tie too.
I think it looks great on you.
Thank you.
So, my final question is, what are you going to do next on your show? What's the next step?
The next step, we've been putting out a lot of quality content lately, and I'm really happy with some of the projects we've done. We did Waxman marijuana special, and we're working on some stuff for next week, some post-analysis stuff on the election. We've spoken to some top politicians that will be coming on the show.
Wow.
So
who do you think is going to come on?
Well, to be honest, I really don't even know until the day of. This business, it's so complicated that you really don't know what's going to happen until the morning of, really. Because at any point, I've had guests, I've had some high-profile guests that a few hours before the interview say, we're not coming. And I've had some people that randomly called me and said, yes, we can come this Friday. And I would have to prepare for it. And, so you constantly have to work with people. You have to be very compromisable in your timing and your schedule. So, to be honest, Dylan, I really don't know.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope to have you later on a next show of mine. And it's been really great. This has been another episode of Consider This. This is Ryan Shushani. I'm Dylan Fussman. Have a great night.